and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the most out of your lashes and how to apply them as well. I'm showing you how to apply strip lashes. Let's get started. You need to figure out like what kind of style you want and what kind of brand you like. There's loads of brands out there that vary in price ranges depending on the quality of the false lash. But one of my favourites is Ardell Lashes, and these lashes are the Ardell Wispies. They're my absolute fave because they give the perfect amount of flair and fullness at the same time, and length as well, because they kind of like, if you see, they kind of are short at the front and then they kind of like flare out at the ends. So they give a very wispy look, like the name suggests. And you can also get individual lashes, and these are, you can customize how you would like it. There's different brands, but I think well, I like Ardell because they are very cheap and they do last long. So if I was to use one pair, if I could use them maybe like, well, I don't use them over maybe 5 times, 6 times maximum, or until they get a bit uncomfortable to wear when. So, but I'm going to show you how to keep them in good condition so that you can reuse them quite a lot. But I guess you could use them until they look like that they can't be used anymore. Individual lashes, you can get them as a set so that you get short, medium and large, or you can get individual sizes, so individual, like a pack with just one size. So this is the medium and this is the short, and I have long as well, but I didn't purchase the long as a one size pack because I don't use long as much as I do short and medium. But I have these left over. I got these Eye ones. Well, it's all the short and medium I've used up, but these are the Eye ones I got from Boots, and I just use the long if I need to. I don't use them as much because I think that hides all the eye makeup that I've done, so I tend not to use long, but if I do, I just use them on the outer edges of my eyes. So that's the lashes that I have. You just need to work out what brand you like the best, and there's no harm in trying out different brands to see which you like the best. But I do highly recommend the Ardell Lashes because they are one of my faves, and I know a lot of people like them too, and they look good on everyone. And like I said, with the individual lashes you can customize them to how you want. So onto what I use to glue my lashes onto my eyes is the Duo Lash Glue. This is the dark toned one, so when it dries it turns to a black shade. You can also get the one that dries clear. This one is like a squeezy tube, so like you just squeeze out the product like this. Can you see that? Yeah, you just squeeze out the product. But I know that you can get the wand as well, so that you just paint the glue onto the lash. But with those tubes you do get less product, and it is, you know, same price. But if you wanted to get your money's worth, then just get this tube of glue and then use a brush to paint it off if you're not comfortable just applying it straight on. And always remember to, if you are using a brush, to clean your brush straight away, because if it does, it will build up. So it's just latex, so you can just peel it off. That's why it's safe to do on your eyes. So I'm just going to open up the pack. This is a new pack I bought because I have used up my old lashes. So what you do is you just peel off the lash very carefully. What I like, don't grab it by the end. Don't grab it by the end. Grab it near the root of the lash, because otherwise you're just gonna rip it. Grab it near the root. So you just go under the lash, and you just go near the root, and you just very slowly just peel it off like so. And then once you've got a leaf you can just very gently pull it off like that. So you've got your lash, and it does have a little bit of adhesive on so that it can stick to the backing. You need to make sure that it fits your eye shape properly. So normally it tends to be a bit longer than your eye shape so that it can fully wrap around the whole eye. So what you do is you just take a mirror and you put without any glue on it, and it has a little bit of adhesive on it, so it will stick a little bit. So you just put it on. It's the right side, not this side. You just put it on like so, and you see how much you're going to need to cut off. I tend to go safe and cut more than, if you think that it's going to be too long, if you don't know, you just cut off more than you need. If it is too long for your eyes, the lash will come into the inner corner and it will just flap up. And it will be really uncomfortable as well. You also need to take into account the when your lash stops. I know it does come in all the way into the end, but it might not be as full. My lashes aren't as full in the corner here, so the lash won't have anything to stick to. You need to stick it on to the base of your eyelash, not the actual eye, if that makes sense. I'll show you how to do it, but so with me, I need to stop like about here, because I don't have many lashes in the inner corner, so it will just have, it won't be sticking to anything. So I tend to not take it into the corner. So only if you stick it to your lashes, then it will look like your own lashes. If you stick it to your eyelid, it will just look fake. So that's how to make it look natural. So what I normally do is, so I know that I need to chop off. You can see there's little gaps in between the cluster of lashes. So what I like to do is I snip it off from the end, because if it's too long, if you snip it off in the front and it's too long, then it will just look like it won't merge properly, if you know properly. Like, that's what I like, because if you chop it off here, then it will just start off long and it won't look like they are natural. So what I tend to do is leave the front, the short bit, leave this bit, I leave the short bit, and I chop it off from the long part. So you can use eyebrow scissors if you want, but this is the one I have at hand. So what you do is you take the lash, and I'm just going to, as I said, there's clusters of lashes, and I'm just going to snip it where the second cluster ends. And you make a tiny incision at the band, and as you see, there's this part here, the bit I've cut off, and then the part that I'm going to apply to my eyes. So normally people would just throw this away. No, not me. I'm going to make the most out of my money. So what I tend to do is, I don't think anyone does this, but I take that little lash, that end piece, and I just stick that on to the end. So I don't know how I'm going to show you this. So this is the long part, and what you want to do is stick the long part to the end of your eyelash, like so. And you can see that it's a bit more fuller at the end. Do you see that? And it just looks like a normal lash. So that's what I do, and you've got a normal lash, but you used every single part of it. Instead of wasting that little bit, you're going to apply it onto your eyes, and it just gives much more definition at the end of your eye. So it just gives more flare there. So that's what I do with all my lashes. Before you apply it, what I tend to do is I just like wriggle it like this, back and forth, so that it can go into the shape, like the curve of your eye. So it curves, and it gives it more of a bend when you apply it. So now you've done that, check again that it fits your eye perfectly. You take some lash glue and you hold it at the base, and with a little bit of pressure you just apply the lash glue. Okay, I'm going to hold it with a tweezer so you can see how I've applied the glue. It's very, very thin line of it. And that's the lash. So you have to wait for this to get a bit tacky, because if it's wet, it's just gonna keep sliding around and you're not gonna get it to stay in one position. So once it gets tacky, it'll be a bit sticky. You place it on the middle of your eye, and then you just take each corner and you stick them in one by one. And you want to look down into your mirror so that it's placing it easier. If you look like this, you won't be able to see what you're doing. So you just take your lash and you kind of like go downwards like this and place it so that your lashes are upwards, not straight. Looking down. Like so. So I've applied it onto the middle of the lash, and then you just take each side of the lash and you press it into the base of your lash. And then I just use the end of my tweezers. With the individual lashes, so you just take each individual lash and you just need to plop a little bit of lash glue onto your hand, or whatever you feel comfortable. You take each of the individual lashes by the root, you dip it in the lash, you let it get tacky, and you just look down and keep applying them how you want. And you can have them all short, or you can have a little bit of short in the inner corner, and then go up to medium, and then have a little bit of long at the end. Up to you. Start off by using strip lashes first, and then once you get comfortable, go on to the individual lashes. How to maintain your lashes so that you can use them again and again. So what you do is, as you can see, there's a bit of lash glue on the ends there. So what I like to do is, you've got to be really gentle, and what you do is, you just take your tweezers and you just pull the glue off, and it should easily just come off like so. And I keep my fingers on the base of the lash so that you don't rip the actual lash, but you're only pulling on the... Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, so that's done. So it's a fresh pair of lashes. And these I've probably worn, these are an old pair, they're not the new ones that I just showed you, that I've just cut up, but these are, maybe I've used them I think about 3 times. And once you have, taken off the eyelash glue, what I like to do is just put them back. They have a bit of tackiness to them, so they should stick, and you just stick them back on like that. And you can reuse them as many times as you want. If you do have any questions about this, please do leave them below, and I will try and answer them and help you get comfortable with applying lashes. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and do follow me on my Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, and I will see you next time. Bye! Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Am I wonky? I think I'm wonky. If you wanted to get your and so all you do is take the glue and you just squeeze a little bit. You see that? Like that.